know how that feels.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bud Herzog Stadium. We're happy tonight to be live here bringing you the Lee Summit High School Tigers against the St. Joe Central Indians. Tonight's expected to be a very high scorer. We apologize for the tardiness here in the booth, a couple of technical difficulties, or more than just a couple, but we're here now and happy to bring you the action tonight. As I said, expected to be a high score for Lee Summit coming into this one at a record of 5-1, just the one blemish from early on in their season. And Lauren, you've seen as well as I have that they've been pretty potent offensively when they can get things rolling, and against a team that's a little bit of an underdog in St. Joe Central, we're expecting them to come out shooting tonight.
Absolutely. Lee Summit has been very strong offensively so far this season, so tonight should be nothing less of what they've shown us this far.
Their most recent win against Park Hill South, they squeaked that one out 1-0, but just before that, an 8-0 win against North Kansas City. Already another attack here from Lee Summit. A good ball put into the box by Kennedy Gunter. It's going to roll all the way out to the touchline before Micaiah Clayton's going to get there. Saved for the Tigers. The ball back into the box will lead to a goal kick, apparently. I'm incorrect. A corner for Lee Summit. This will be taken by senior Lindsey Mashburn. The Tigers already in our absence had a couple of good looks at the net. Obviously nothing here still at 0-0. Ball into the box by Mashburn was a great one. Nobody able to find it. It'll go the other way to St. Joe Central. So Lauren, for St. Joe Central to fight back to the Tigers here, what do they need to do already that you've seen so far that they aren't doing against Lee Summit here?
Well, so far they need to just be getting that ball to their side of the field. In the just the 4 minutes that we've been playing, it's been all Lee Summit's ball. And so in order for them to strike back tonight, they're definitely going to have to get that ball down to their side of the field and really play some offense instead of just defense all night long.
It's got to start here, I think, in the midfield when Lee Summit's able to control the paces they have done. It starts really from their back, but their midfield very solid as well. A lot of experience in there with players such as El Sec here, who's on it now. Now Kennedy Gunter likes to push the pace a little bit out of that wing-back position. Central stopping them momentarily, but immediately back to the feet of a Lady Tiger, and here they go again. Mashburn up in that left wing spot, forcing it back into the middle. Ball inside to Delaney Barnett was a little too strong, so picked up by the St. Joe keeper. That's Ivory Howitt putting a ball back towards the back side of the Lee Summit attacking third. Still trying to reapply that pressure, get it back, and try to put a goal or two up here on the scoreboard early.
And those Tigers are still keeping the ball in their possession. It has really not gone to the Indians at all so far tonight.
Annika Simmons here. She's got space pushing towards the box. A chance here towards goal. A bump from the back, and that'll draw a whistle from the referee. And since it was inside the spot, it'll be a Tiger penalty here early on with already just 34:50 remaining still in this first half. An early chance for the Tigers will be taken by senior Lindsey Mashburn. The first Tiger shot on net tonight will be a good one into the left-hand side of the net. Lindsey Mashburn opening up the scoring for Lee Summit, and it's 1-0 here early thanks to the left foot of the senior striker.
And that was one of Lindsay's few goals she has so far this season. She's typically known to be one of Lee Summit's strongest strikers, although we haven't seen much of that from her this season, so hopefully she'll get some of that started tonight against the Indians.
And the game that I was able to come out here and watch against North Kansas City, she did, I think, pick up a little bit of confidence as she grabbed a couple early on in that one, or more towards the latter half of it, which is definitely where you want to score a couple of goals in those games where you're blowing the other team out, because that's a great chance for some confidence, and I think that that's what Mashburn did. And already early on the score sheet here, 1-0 Tigers. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Jordan Wood. Lauren Holdmeyer, my color commentator tonight. Camera being run by our instructor, Elaine McDonald. We've got just over 34 minutes left here in the first half, and it's all been Lee Summit here so far. The score standing at 1-0 thanks to the Mashburn penalty just moments ago, and already the Tigers applying the pressure here around in the midfield once again. St. Joe trying to push it forward. But look at how many Tigers are all around that ball. They do a good job keeping it for the moment. Falls back to Knatzer, and it's staying in Lee Summit's possession.
The Tigers definitely do a good job of staying spread out, so they always look for that open pass.
I was just going to get to that. The organization of Lee Summit is impeccable. A beautiful ball through to Kiara Love. She's got a chance here inside the box to turn it around. Good job by the defender there to cut off the angle. It'll be a Tiger throw-in still in a dangerous area. 33-25 left in the first half of play. Throw-in comes to the edge of the box, stopped by the Tigers, taken away for the moment by St. Joe Central. Nice interception by Micaiah Clayton. It's going to stay in Lee Summit's possession. Down the right-hand wing, the flag goes up. That'll be an offside there. Looked like Love just went in a little too early, a little too excited to get in behind there and put a ball into the box. So it'll go to the other direction, St. Joe Central now. But again, the Tigers playing such a tight shape that they're able to stop that. Looks like a clip on the foot there from Kayla Smith. That's Brooklyn Dickens who fell down there drawing the foul for St. Joe Central. Love applying a little bit of pressure to the ball. The free kick from St. Joe goes straight to Lee Summit. They've got a chance now the other direction. Ball forward to Mashburn, stopped by St. Joe Central. She's going to get a foot on it over the direction of Love. Love trying to keep it on the pitch, does a good job for the moment, but it will fall over in the end. Once again, going back to St. Joe Central. Good turn, good footwork that time down the line. Not much to do with it, though, by Ella Brown as she just sort of loses track of where to go or who to pass it to. And that's the problem right now for St. Joe Central is the Tigers just are in the right place at the right time. And, again, just keeping their poise and keeping their position.
Lee Summit's defense is definitely incredible. They're always in the right spot and almost always win any fight against the offense from the other team.
A little bit of trouble here from Lee Summit to break past that back line. St. Joe Central finally able to push forward just a little bit. Pass a little bit wide there in the midfield.
Lindsay Mashburn will take that.
Here come the Tigers now getting it to their attackers. Micaiah Clayton pushing it up the right-hand side, loses control of it. But it'll stay here with Lee Summit on the throw-in. Quick one to El Sec. Sec tries to get it back to Clayton, tipped away once again. That was Ella Brown trying to get in once more. Good throw in that time, finds Sec. Second to Mashburn. Mashburn with the right foot. Just a little bit wide right of the goalpost there, but it was tipped, so it will stay here with Lee Summit and a Tiger corner. Senior Kate Duff will come on for Annika Simmons. Just over 30 minutes remaining here in this first half. Mashburn had a great corner taken earlier. This one short to Love, right back to Mashburn. Ball into the box, blocked away by the keeper. Left foot from Clayton and defended by the black line of St. Joe Central. Narrow miss there. Sec going to get in there and intercept the errant pass. Great footwork to try to work around the defender. The left foot ball into the box, blocked away. That was a nice move down the wing that time from El Sec.
Some good defense to back that up by the Indians.
Kayla Smith in the right place at the right time to try to put a shot on, just deflected away that time by the Indian back line. Once again given away in the box by the Tigers. Good shoulder contact from Sec there, but it's going to be whistled a foul going the other way here for St. Joe Central. And the only time really that the Tigers have been put on their back foot is with these fouls that they've given away, where Lee Summit is forced to back up a little bit and watch the ball over the top. For the first time, the ball falling back to Lauren Berry. We may not see a lot of action out of her tonight just because of that Tiger midfield and back line. She gets it away nicely, and because of it, the Tigers on an attack here. One-on-one with the keeper. A lovely fake shot, turn around, and what a goal scored that time by the Tigers. Kira Love gets in behind and makes no mistakes on her way to the net. What a finish that time with the left foot after getting around everybody back there.
And that's 2 goals for the Tigers so far tonight in just 11 minutes. So at this pace, we're looking to see a pretty short game tonight if things continue on the way they are now.
We did see the JV game just before this go to an 8-0 score, which if you're not familiar with the ruling here, that's a mercy rule. So that's what the magic number is for the Tigers tonight. To force that is 6 more to be put up on the board. Kate Duff now down the right-hand wing. The Tigers finding their stride just a little bit. Della Arnold coming on, the freshman for St. Joe Central. Good job to stick the foot in and put something into the box that time. Not much will come out of it. The back line here sort of trying to look away to get around this Tiger attack, but not a whole lot of success here, as once again the Tigers are going to earn a throw-in. This is a story we've seen a lot of times tonight. The Tigers able to force it into these positions and force some sort of mistake. Question is whether it leads to a goal or a throw-in or a foul or something along those lines.
The Tigers are definitely doing a great job of keeping the ball on their end offensively. They haven't given St. Joe much of a chance to even get down to their goal at all.
Well, and speaking of that, look at how far up Lee Summit's back line is right now. Not one person that's not inside the 40-yard line right now of the St. Joe Central side. Now inside the 30-yard line. That's a lot of confidence in your offense to keep that pressure on. And at this point, why would you not have that confidence? They have been there all game long, hounding and harassing. And this has just been beautiful work by the Tiger attack so far.
Even goalkeeper Barry, she's all the way almost at midfield. The Tigers are definitely confident in their offense tonight.
This is the first time here in some while that it's fallen to the back line, but no real worries here. They're fine with that pressure. Ball from Gunter, nobody there. Clayton's going to get it off the deflection, take a right foot shot from some distance. Not a lot of success there. It's saved easily by the keeper that time. And St. Joe Central here trying to push something forward. Clayton will get it right back from the goalie on the goal kick. Down the wing now, intercepted by Gunter on the pass that was just a little bit too strong. Benassi to the right back position. That's Knatzer. Moving it up that side now. Love takes an extra touch back to Duff. Duff pacing up the right-hand side, beating one defender, but getting stopped by the touchline. We've seen that a couple of times from the Tigers, just trying to go a little too fast when they try to get down that wing. Seck winning it back again in the midfield. Good ball into Mashburn. A little strong, trying to keep control of it. And ended up flicking back towards the net. Obviously not what she was trying to do, but still forcing a little bit of work out of the keeper there. Once again, the goal clearance from the keeper going back to the Tigers. This is the first time a ball has snuck in behind the defense, but Benassi recovers nicely. Kennedy Gunter now. Back to Clayton, a little too strong. Flicks on towards Mashburn. Mashburn, a nice tackle to win it off the defender. Little one-on-one and a skirt by. Another win one-on-one. Getting into the box now. The ball forward. Stopped away. The right foot from Mashburn blocked down by the keeper. Still pressure from the Tigers and finally put over the touchline. Kayla Smith up there just offering a lot of pressure and annoyance towards that back line right now.
And they're the defenders again, all the way up towards their goal.
Four substitutions coming in now for the Tigers.
Tigers substitution number 3, Davis, number 7, Delaney Barnett,
Lee Summit's head coach Wiebengay seems to be pretty confident in the Tigers tonight as well, as he's playing a lot of the underclassmen that usually don't get as much playing time as the upperclassmen do.
Here we go now, Central down the right wing. Gunter trying to offer a little bit of resistance, and she'll do so successfully, just forcing the ball over the touchline. The throw in here goes to Sek. She's been playing that center defensive mid role all night and doing a great job of it, even forcing the envelope just a little bit on offense. Here she is again, though, able to anchor the team and dictate their pace. Gunter down the left wing. A little strong on the pass there from Brissett. Into the back line. Here comes Simmons, pushing it up the left side. Great ball through. Here comes Brissett chasing it down, trying to keep it on. And she won't do so, and the flag went up early for offside, so if she had done it, wouldn't have mattered. 23 minutes remaining now in this first half. A lot of construction going on in the background scene of tonight's contest, so in case you're wondering here, hopefully in the near future we'll be able to bring you soccer, football, and any other content that might be played out here on this field, uncontrolled by the environment that we're in. And what I mean by that is the gray bar that you'll see pop up on your screen every now and then whenever we push to the corners. We've got some windows here that are immovable. What an effort put in that time by Davis from about 1.5 miles out. Save that time from the keeper. But still pressure now, a little bit of a lazy pass there. Brissett chasing it down, unable to get there. Simmons putting the pressure on. Now St. Joe Central here on a little bit of a counterattack. Ball into the middle was a little too heavy. Stopped by the back line of Lee Summit. And a foul called in the favor of St. Joe Central. 2-0 our score. The scores already were Mashburn, a penalty in the opening moments of the game, and then Kiara Love got into the back line and made a couple of great moves, one-on-one with the keeper. Flawless goal from the Tigers that time around, and here they are again looking to put that pressure on. Simmons inside to Barnett. Brissett down the wing, chasing it, trying to keep it on. Looks at it, fakes the pass inside, one-on-one with the defender. Good footwork to get around. The ball into the box was a great one. Duff got a foot on it, but a little bit outside. And no goal that time from Lee Summit, but what an effort. Great heads-up run that time from Duff, who's not normally up there at the forefront of those Tiger goals, but it didn't matter. Sneaking in that time from her right mid position, getting in there, getting a foot on it, just a little bit wide. .21.5 left here in this first half. Still Tiger ball. It's hard to really find a moment where they're not in some sort of control. Here's Duff around the midfield. Sek tries to put a shot into that left-hand side, a little bit wide. But I don't hate the effort there. That's going to keep Central on their toes if you're unable to break past that back line, as Lee Summit has been here for just a little while, deadlocked at that 2-0, despite that pressure they've been putting on.
And despite only having 2 goals, there have been many shots on goal so far tonight by Lee Summit, and none by St. Joe, because they haven't been able to get the ball down to their end of the field. Goalkeeper Lauren Berry has not had any action so far tonight.
The ball rolled back on a pass earlier, and that's about all you can really say, but she had a good job to clear it, so a good pass to make sure that it didn't happen, but like I said earlier, that may be the only time we're really mentioning her name aside from she's standing on the field. That's about all we can really say at this point in time about goalkeeper Lauren Berry. But if you're the Tiger defense, that's a compliment. There's nothing wrong with that if you're Lee Summit High School.
Thanks to her defense, she hasn't hardly had to lift a finger at all tonight.
In fact, she didn't, even whenever the ball did roll to her. She could have kept all her fingers in a fist if she wanted to. It wouldn't have mattered. Not having to use her hands much tonight, which Again, props to Lee Summit's back line for that. Butler keeping it on the pitch. That was fancy to get around the assistant ref on the side. A good ball into the box. Brissett still trying to keep it on. The play still there. Right foot and a little bit outside that right post once again. A good effort there to even get a shot towards the net. It looked like it may have died just a moment before that when the ball snuck past Kayla Smith there, but still getting a shot on was not too bad.
Number 17 on the team, Ashburn, and number 12, Jessica Knatzer.
Clayton, the receiver of the St. Joe Central goal kick. Butler keeping it on there around the corner. Brissett coming to her aid, gonna win it inside the box now. Trying to get it forward. Still Butler, still the Tigers inside there, forcing pressure. Good idea to get the ball back to reset a little bit there, but a little short for Clayton, unable to win it. Here's Simmons now, the interception in the middle. The Tigers a chance once again, a couple of players making runs in behind. Taken away by St. Joe Central, it'll be a Tiger throw-in. And after a little bit of keep away from each other, it will be a Central throw-in. But once again, the Tigers are there to meet it. They're all over the place right now. And in games like this, I always say, it just seems like Lee Summit has a couple extra players on the field. There's not a whole lot that you can really say about their organization to this point. Nobody's really been out of position, out of a spot where you're like, what are you doing there? They're always just in the right spot.
Lee Summit is definitely covering the field very nicely tonight, which is part of the reason the ball has stayed on their end of the field for the duration of the game.
A lot of trouble for St. Joe Central to force that ball forward. And it seems like if it does go back in their favor, it's oftentimes due to a Lee Summit decision. Oh, here we go, goalkeeper action. Lauren Berry off her feet. Let's see what she does with it. Right-footed effort and gets it across midfield. And once again, not a lot of action from the keeper. So it's exciting when we see that happen in a game such as this. Davis, a good ball into Mashburn. Deflected off by St. Joe Central. Clayton now in the midfield. Working around a couple defenders, has it taken away for a moment. Simmons, a good job to stick a foot in there and keep it for Lee Summit. Mashburn got out of the way of that one instead of jumping in front. Simmons getting tangled up there as she tried to go in. That's going to earn an advantage for Lee Summit. Smith, the ball inside to Butler, or Barnett rather. Mashburn trying to turn the defender, going to win the scrap, it looks like momentarily here, still one-on-one. Two defenders coming over to help. The ball into the box. Barnett still fighting for it, puts it on towards the net, but it is saved.
A lot of action from St. Joe's goalie.
And to be fair to her, Ivory Howitt, despite the fact that two have snuck in, she's done a pretty good job keeping the score sheet pretty clean to this point. Obviously, the penalty is one that's hard to look for, but there was the one goal, really, that snuck in from Love. And other than that, she's played a pretty good game so far. Mashburn here to take another one. Tigers have looked pretty good on their set pieces so far tonight. We'll see how this one looks as Mashburn goes to set it up. Might see it played short. Smith, the one there that would take it if it is. She's going to put it in over the top. A couple of Tigers jumping for it. Nobody able to win it. Simmons keeps it on. Rather, she lets it roll over the touchline. Ball apparently tipped by St. Joe Central, so that will be another Tiger corner. Mashburn here again, and this is what I was talking about earlier. We apologize for you being unable to see Mashburn here in this corner, but that's where our job comes into play. Looking short inside the front part of the box. Now Mashburn with the left foot, a good ball into the box, but a good reflex save that time, stopping the header from Brissett. That was a beautiful ball into the box. Tigers, go ahead.
The Tigers they just do a good job strategizing. When something isn't working for them, they think of something else to do, and that's what we just saw with Lindsay taking that corner kick. She used a different strategy than she did the time before, and it almost resulted in another goal for them.
Good work that time defensively by Lee Summit to recover there. The ball squeaked in for just a moment, but that's where we talk about that poise and calm. Now the back line for St. Joe Central pushed up awful far. This could lead to a mistake here, and these Tiger strikers are pacey. That went in over the top. Barnett, a chance to show it. Here we go, right foot, one-on-one, and what a goal by the Tigers. They see the weakness in St. Joe Central. They're forced up as far as they are. You can't do that when you have these Tiger strikers. 3-0 already from Lee Summit here in this first half. We've still got a little bit of time here, just over 14 minutes remaining, and they could add another 1 or 2 here before the time does run out.
Delaney Barnett, being just a sophomore, she's been one of Lee Summit's top scorers this season. Weebegay has definitely been using her as one of their tools.
And it helps relieve a little bit of that pressure off of players like Mashburn, who went in there and seemed like had to score a couple of goals to really give the Tigers a chance sometimes. But whenever you can look to people like Barnett, Brizette's had a couple of good chances in there. Love a couple of good chances tonight, leading to a goal. That helps quite a bit. Good challenge in that time from Knatzer, winning 2 in a row. Flag goes up for offsides against Brissette that time, but it won't matter as it wasn't won by her. Now Barnett challenging in there, nearly made another mistake out of the keeper. Mashburn with the right foot turns away from 2, now pushing in. She's got a little bit of space. A left foot shot in there, blocked down.
Can just tell that Mashburn is hungry for a goal, even after that penalty she had earlier on in the game.
And the Tigers, when they play in the way that they are now, with as good coordination and organization as they have tonight, they are a hard team to beat, regardless of whether they're the underdog or the expected winner or not. They're a good-looking team at this point. Here's Clayton, left foot. Unable to get the ball in that time. Good defensive effort by St. Joe. Seck in there with the challenge that time. Good turnaround from one defender. The right foot from a long distance. Unable to get to the top of the net where she was looking for. And another save that time by Ivory Howitt.
Ivory Howitt can just not catch a break tonight. She is constantly having to stop those balls from the Lee Summit offense.
Clayton on her backside trying to make a challenge in there for the ball that time. Does well enough to at least force the ball away from the St. Joe defender. What a turn that time from Mashburn. The ball into Barnett. A little too strong that time. Barnett stutter-stepped her run just a little bit, but a good job to get away from the defender by Mashburn. Knatzer looking for Brissette, it looked like there, intercepted. Seck, a good fake pass there to get around 1. Back to Mashburn on this left wing. Tigers liking to work it up the wing so far tonight. Pass to Brissette, nothing there. Here's Mashburn. Good move to get around 1. Now trying to pace it up that side. One-on-one with the defender. She cuts the edge, now turning into the box. Still with it. Ball into the box, stopped by 1 or 2 defenders. Here's Seck on the edge of the box. Fake shot, left-footed effort coming in, and a good save to push it away that time from Howitt. But a great effort that time from Seck to put one on the net despite the presence around her. Another Tiger corner here on this left-hand side. You won't see much of it, but we'll tell you all about it. Mashburn the one to take it. The left-footed swing into the box. Duff just narrowly missed it there. It's staying in Tiger possession. Still in a dangerous area. Forcing it up that side. The ball into the box. Duff missed it just for a moment, and a flag goes up for offsides as it fell to the feet of Clayton.
And as you were saying earlier, Jordan, about the Tigers being a tough team to beat, just the other week they were able to beat the Lee Summit West Titans, who they have been very close rivals with for years. And the past several years, they haven't been able to pull out a win against West. So they've definitely been pulling it together this season and are accomplishing things that are big milestones for their team.
And a lot of strong pieces coming in here the last couple of years for both Lee Summit's men's and women's teams. And a lot of that goes, I think, to Coach Dave Wiebengay, who's been able to piece these teams together and make sure that they have the right strategy coming in. Because neither of these teams have been easy opponents for anybody. I don't care if they're from this state, from another, or wherever. The Tiger soccer program has looked pretty good here this last couple of years. That one put over the back line for a goal kick here. Under 10 minutes left now here in this first half. Kayla Smith and Annika Simmons making their returns to the pitch. Barnett and Clayton taking seats. The goal kick taken by a defender goes right to Kate Duff. A good job that time in on the strong challenge, winning it, but it is cleared away by the back line here of St. Joe Central. Still a battle of throw-ins here from both teams, but this time falling to Central, who haven't really been getting a lot of them in this area. It's normally Lee Summit that's applying that pressure and winning them. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Jordan Wood. Lauren Holdmeyer up here in the booth with me, as well as Elaine McDonald on the camera. And it's been all Lee Summit here to this point, 3-0 for the Tigers. Duff, a good job in the midfield here to stay with it. Sack pushing it forward a little bit, finds Mashburn. Here's Duff. Defender in the right spot. That's the problem here. St. Joe Central just trying to get a little too fast with it. And when you're down 3-0, the first half already ticking down, you've got to go quick, but they're just trying to go a little too fast, and that's where that organization of Lee Summit really comes into play. Right person at the right time there on the defense. Gunter from the right-hand side of the field now. Lovely ball through to Brissett. If Brissett can chase it down, she keeps it on. Turning it back now to the outside of the box, cutting it back through. Ball low in there to Mashburn, unable to get to it. Falls back to Seck. She's had a couple of shots tonight, still unable to get on the score sheet, but forcing work that time still out of Howitt.
And there's the Tiger defense again, just stepping up and keeping that ball away from goalkeeper Lauren Berry.
Seck forward down that right-hand wing to Gunter. This is where the defense of Lee Summit is so versatile. That one off the side of the net, it did not go in. If you thought maybe for a second like I did somehow it went in, it didn't. Just outside that side. But as I was saying, Lee Summit's defense, very versatile. You can count on players like Knatzer, like Gunter, to force the action a little bit, to get up those wings and to play balls in the box there. Just a little bit too far outside for her players to get to that time from Gunter. Working back to their defense now, the Tigers trying to create another attack. Knatzer to Mashburn, a little too strong that time. Throw in here for Central. Benassi heads it on to Seck. Working around the midfield, she's got two players on her. Shoves that one off like it was nothing and keeps on going. Working it back to Gunter now. Ball in forward, and a little too far in behind there was Kayla Smith. The flag goes up pretty early. Don't think she was expecting the pass just so soon. Still 3-0 our score, just under 6:20 left here in the first half.
The Indians can't seem to find a way to set up so that when they take that throw in or that free kick, they're getting it to their players. The Tigers are just stealing that ball back every single time, and that's why there's been almost no offensive plays for the Indians so far.
And that's just thanks to the pressure from the Tigers, and again, keeping their shape, playing within their formation, not trying to do anything else. Good little 1-2 action that time from Mashburn and Smith. The ball back to Smith, deflected away by an Indian defender. It'll be another corner kick here for the Tigers. I should have started keeping track at the start of the game, but I can tell you the number has now reached a point where I've forgotten the number, and it's now just considered a lot of corner kicks for the Tigers.
I think a lot of the defensive strategy from the Indians is to just get the ball out of the goal. So if that means they have to kick it out of bounds, they will, which is resulting in all these corner kicks from the Tigers.
Ooh, header from Sek that time, just outside the top left corner. That was a good-looking setup there from the Tigers, one you might want to see him come back to. That one was scorched just outside the net. The Tigers do have the size to look for that a little bit more, so why not? Players like Clayton, who aren't normally the tallest players out there, are quite a bit taller than their opponents, and someone like Sek, who's a little bit taller, is probably not going to lose a lot of headers coming her way. Smith outside now to Clayton, steaming up that right-hand side, taken out from behind, nothing called there. Barnett still fighting for it, a clash of the knees. And I believe the referee might have pointed to the spot there. That's going to be another Tiger penalty. So 3-0 and a chance to make it more. It's going to be Barnett who's going to take it. 4:22 left, a chance to add to the scoreboard, and that's exactly what they'll do. Delaney Barnett grabs her second of the night. 4-0 Tigers.
That's now 2 penalty kicks for the Tigers in just the first half.
And taking advantage of both of them. 4-0, as Lauren said, 2 off penalty kicks, 2 just off of the flow of the game.
Summit Tiger goal by number 7, sophomore Delaney Barnett.
And now this is what they were expected to do, but it's still impressive from a team like Lee Summit because we all know in sports sometimes your expectations don't necessarily get met, and they are being met by the Tigers. What a challenge from Simmons. Already Lee Summit smelling, looking for another attack. Benassi in the back now to Clayton. Clayton forward to Simmons. Simmons looking to get it forward. Wiebengay screaming to pass the ball. Benassi forward to Knatzer. It goes over the touchline, so it'll be a throw in here for Central. And this is the first time we've really seen it in a dangerous spot. You'll see now for the first time in a while Lauren Berry having to step inside her box. But again, it just looks like there's more Tigers there and more Tigers ready. That one a little strong over the top. Davis is going to get there, win the one-on-one, and push it back the other way for the Tigers. The momentum still in their favor. Barnett well onside and a chance to force into the box here. Down that right-hand side, here she comes. The right-footed effort off the post, and it's going to skirt in there off of, I believe, a St. Joe defender. Regardless, 5-0 score here now for the Tigers. Barnett with a little bit of a trick shot off the post, hits a defender and goes into the net. 5-0 Lee Summit.
And Barnett will almost grab her 3rd goal of the night after that one.
We're not quite sure how that's going to be scored.
Definitely good effort by the sophomore Delaney Barnett tonight.
Number 7, the sophomore Delaney Barnett.
And that is, I believe, how they're going to score it. So Barnett, a hat trick here in the first half if that's how it stands. If not, still a fantastic effort to get it there. Knatzer getting it forward. Here's Smith. Clayton now. The Tigers immediately after scoring, their foot is still hard on that gas pedal. Mashburn now down the wing for the Tigers. Trying to get around that corner. Cuts it just in time, and that's going to be another Tiger corner.
Lindsay Mashburn will take this one again.
Mashburn takes it quickly into the short side here. Smith tries to get it back to her. Mashburn keeping it on. Still fighting for it with 2 defenders. It's going to be a Tiger throw-in. Pardon, it's going to be a St. Joe throw-in. Under 2:30 now in the half.
And the Tigers will win position once again.
Here's Smith. Simmons trying to keep it on. She does so. No, she doesn't. Another throw in here for Central. 3 in a row now will. The whistle was blown to be a free kick here for St. Joe Central. Sek is there for it, as I mentioned before. Not going to lose many of those. A header one for Lee Summit. Simmons making the turn now, trying to get it forward. Finds Mashburn on the wing. Barnett a little bit too far offside that time, so she has to hold the pass for just a moment. They're going to say Simmons tripped up the St. Joe defender that time. Another free kick here for the Indians. Just over 1:20 here in the half. 5-0 Tigers. Sek wins another header. Mashburn right back to her. Sek puts a ball over the top looking for Clayton. Just stopped at the last moment there from St. Joe Central. Good effort this time by St. Joe. And for the third time in the game, Barry will be required to kick the ball back to a defender. Not a lot of action for her tonight, but not making any mistakes either. So that's a plus here for the Tigers.
We're almost to the end of the half, and goalkeeper Barry still hasn't put her hands on the ball once.
You may as well take the gloves off at this point. It's not been a whole lot of action for her. And you may complain that may be boring in the net, but at the same time, at least you're not having to block a shot away every 5 to 10 minutes. That may need to be a conversation between Barry and Howitt after the game just to decide who had the worst time. The person with the more action or the person without any?
Howitt has definitely not been short of action in the box tonight.
Here we into Mashburn in behind. The flag does go up here. Just under 5 seconds left. That's going to be the end of the first half. 5-0 our score here for Lee Summit. What a first half it was for them here to start tonight's contest off. We'll be back in just a little while. Don't go anywhere. 5-0 again our score at the end of the first half. Alrighty, folks, hopefully you didn't miss us too much. The start of the second half coming here in just a moment. First half, if you can't tell by the scoreline or if you weren't watching it already, all Lee Summit here to start this one off. And I would be surprised if it's a whole lot different here. As you can tell, 40 minutes on the clock. And our jokes earlier about Lauren Berry not seeing much action will die right here, and they will be transferred on to Ivy Smith as she will be taking over duties in net here tonight. Berry getting a seat on the bench, not having to stand out there anymore in the cold. She can put a jacket on, which I'm sure is a win in her book. Tigers already starting things off, moving quickly down that right-hand side.
The Tigers only need 3 more goals tonight to secure the win, so I'll be surprised if this carries on for the duration of the 40 minutes.
And it looked like we might have seen one there for just a moment as Mashburn snuck in behind there on that throw-in.
Is this a different goalie for St. Joe?
Another throw-in here for Lee Summit. Mashburn here on the near side, coming toward us, pushing it up to Clayton. Clayton over to, looked like she was maybe looking for Brissette there for a moment. It took a deflection. Simmons goes in there. She's going to draw the foul.
And another chance for the Tigers to take a shot on goal, with Lindsay Mashburn taking this free kick.
Outside 30 yards here. This would be an impressive one as she can do it if she does decide to go for goal. She does just that. And, ooh, put it just in between the football crossbar and the American football crossbar, we'll say. And that's going to be another goal kick here. That one scored automatically as over the touchline. 38-20 left here in this half of play. Brissette immediately winning the goal kick there. And St. Joe Central, again, as you mentioned earlier, Lauren, just forced as a last resort to push the ball over the touchline and make Lee Summit do something off of a throw-in rather than just getting to play with it freely in the middle. Sack looking long here for Gunter, leading her into space just a little bit, finds Mashburn. 3 seniors working together for a lot of tonight. Gunter now down the wing, moving out of her left back position, putting a ball into the box towards Barnett. A little bit too heavy. And Lee Summit will have, rather Central will have a throw in here.
We'll see how quickly Lee Summit will get that ball back after this St. Joe throw-in.
I was just getting ready to say it may not necessarily need to be corrected that I say that, but as I did, here comes Central down the wing. Sek gonna step in front of that pass. Says goodbye to one defender and gets it onto the other side of the field. Here comes Barnett tracking it down. What an effort to stay with it there. She's going to win the ball just outside the box, crossing inside of it, putting a ball in. And they're going to say Mashburn was offside on the far side. And Barnett lost a cleat in the process. Just under 37 left now. Strong kick that time from the defender on the goal kick. Fielded still by Lee Summit. Here comes Brissette now down the right-hand side. Finds, rather that was Benassi to Brissette. Here's Clayton inside to Smith. And the flag is raised once more. Offside.
Senior Ivy Smith in goal, probably hoping to see a little bit of action tonight. Not a ton, of course, but she hasn't got much playing time so far this season, so surely she's hoping to get a few balls tonight.
I'm sure she wouldn't be upset if Lee Summit made just one mistake tonight. That would lead to her seeing something, as she has been brought on here for the second half. Here's Smith down the left-hand side. That was a brilliant ball that led her to the net, and a good finish around that right-hand side, and another Tiger goal to add to it. 6-0 here, as announced by Matt Knatzer. 6-0 Lee Summit. The blowout still on as Smith puts another one around the keeper.
Not even 5 minutes into the second half, and the Tigers are already able to put another one up on the board.
Lee Summit Tiger goal line, number 11, the freshman, Kayla Smith.
Just 2 more until we see the end of the contest. Howitt's rough night will continue as she's really had no break from the Tiger action. And once again, the Tigers already back in possession here looking for more. As Lauren mentioned, just over 35 minutes left here in this second half. Barnett able to knock it in behind the defender, still trying to win it, and it'll be a Tiger throw in. To be taken by Mashburn. She gets it in quickly. The pass a little strong there for Barnett. Seck looking for Clayton, wanting a 1-2 there, doesn't get it back. The pass behind Simmons will find Mashburn. Mashburn now into Barnett. She's onside here, another chance for the Tigers. That one hitting the side of the net off the left foot of Delaney Barnett.
Delaney Barnett has definitely played a big piece of the Tigers game tonight, as she's gotten half of their goals. The Tigers are definitely looking to her tonight for help.
Another goal kick here for the Tigers. Benassi here to Clayton. Just 3 defenders at the back now for the Tigers. Likely at the instruction of Wiebengay to go ahead and find the kill here and finish them off. As I said before, 6-0, just 2 more needed to end things tonight. Mashburn, a ball into the box, could be headed for the net. Clayton inside. Unable to put it past the keeper that time, blocked away by the back line. It'll be another Tiger throw in here in a dangerous spot. Clayton's throwing a strong one into the box near second Barnett. Barnett originally tries to get a foot on it. Nobody able to win it off of the keeper. It's going to be Howitt's ball once more.
And as we mentioned earlier, Howitt's doing a pretty good job in goal tonight, since the Tigers have had so many shots.
If you look at the ratio of how many shots she's had to deal with versus how many have actually gone in, it's really not been that bad of a performance out of her, but that's just really how many chances have been there for Lee Summit that she just doesn't have a choice really a lot of the time but to let a couple of squeak in.
Especially since 2 of those have been penalty kicks. There's really not much she could have done to control those.
Any keeper can let in a couple of those on a good day, so not a whole lot at her fault there. Those are all purely instinct and reaction, and when you let those in, that's just oftentimes either a bad guess or you've let one slip through, but tonight it's just been good penalties taken by the Tigers on the couple that have gone through. Brissett once again down the wing, a good ball put in that time from Barnett. It should be a Tiger throw in here, and it is. Clayton coming over to take it. Just under 33 minutes now. The ball into the box, a little short of Barnett there, will lead to a Tiger corner. And we'll see Mashburn take the long journey over from the left-hand side to the right to take this penalty, or rather to take this corner.
And we're seeing the same pattern as we did in the first half. The ball is staying in the Tigers' possession, and they're just finding ways to set up more and more shots on goal.
Mashburn here, swinging one into the box, trying to find one of the tall heads of Lee Summit. Nobody able to win it. Seck chasing it down. She's going to get there eventually. She keeps it on, another one into the box. Once again, stopped that time by the back line of St. Joe Central. They've looked all right here on defending corners. And another good recovery that time, but they got to deal with a straight-up Tiger attack here. Brissett inside. She put one through, but it's going to be disallowed by the assistant referee. Offside. The flag is raised.
Doesn't hurt the Tigers too much.
Holding it 6-0 here, but as you just said, they've not done too bad here dealing with free kicks here from Central, so it's not too much other than just one more taken off the board. St. Joe Central a chance to chase one in behind here. Will we see some action out of Ivy Smith in net? Tigers already getting there to try to swarm and make sure that doesn't happen. So Smith Gets the most action she's seen so far in the sense that she had to back up from just outside the box to go inside of it. But other than that, still hasn't seen the ball come her way just yet.
St. Joe keeper Ivory Howitt is probably breathing a sigh of relief right now as finally the ball isn't right in her face.
She's able to take a step back and not worry about one coming onto her net here for just a moment. But here come the Tigers. Smith with it, the most recent scorer. Knatzer in more of an attacking role at the moment. Here's a ball in from Duff, seeking out Barnett, but it's crossed wires there as she was looking for it on the right-hand side, got it on the left. And it's going to roll back there into the hands of Howitt once more. Howitt again unable to find a St. Joe Central midfielder and instead finds El Sec, who's able to control it and get the action rolling back in the direction of Lee Summit once more. Knatzer looking for Smith. Duff now winning it. Wisely just playing it back here to the midfield. That's something we see the guys soccer team does so well here these last couple years. They know when to slow things down and back it up, and the girls team doing that a lot tonight. Mashburn with another shot from just inside the box, unable to get it into the back of the net, but not a bad effort nonetheless. Sec again winning it off of the foot of the goalkeeper. Nice ball in, seeking in for Barnett. Tries to get one across there. It looked like Knatzer was the one in the box, but it's not quite going to find her feet. Tiger throw in just about at midfield here. Under 30 minutes left here in the second half. One goal has been scored here in the second half. The rest of the 5 all done before the halftime whistle was blown. A good effort that time on the run through by the St. Joe Central attacker, but not a whole lot coming out of it that time, as that was Gracie Bardo who tried to sneak in there. But once again stifled by the Tiger defense.
Looks like Tiger defense will be getting maybe a little bit more action in this half than they did in the last.
Certainly in terms of the time that they've seen the ball, that was less than 5 minutes apart there where they had to make something happen, where it was maybe 2 or 3 times the entire first half. This game has been totally won so far for Lee Summit by the attackers and midfielders, with the occasional need to reset things at that back line. But other than that, the midfield has really just swarmed around the ball, not allowing anything here for St. Joe Central. Smith, a right-footed effort. That one's going to hit hard off of a St. Joe defender. Knatzer took a swipe at it with the left foot. It's going to fall at the feet of Mashburn. Mashburn still trying to dance around a defender. She's got a couple on her. Pushing it into the box still. Backing up now. Clayton going to put one in on the far side. Knatzer running it down. She's going to have a chance to get in there with Howitt and make something happen, but that's where the keeper using their hands is a little bit more of an advantage than not.
And like you were saying earlier, Jordan, I think part of the reason the Tigers have seen so much success this year is because they are finding ways to reset. When they're back up at the goal, they're using those defenders to pass back to, which is definitely helping them stay organized.
Hold on here, Lauren. I'm going to cut you off. Oh, I got faked out there. I thought maybe we'd see it go back to Smith, but not quite. Here comes Knatzer playing a ball forward to Smith. That was a good one. Onside. Oh, Barnett on the rebound puts it a little too high. It was just out of her reach. She still got a foot on it, and it's going to hit the crossbar of the goalpost rather than the net.
And that was great effort by St. Joe's goalkeeper, Ivory Howitt.
Good job to keep that first one out from close range. You're exactly right. .26 minutes, 30 seconds left here in this second half. Will it go the full way? We'll see, but it's been all Lee Summit here through the first half and then the first 20 minutes or so of this one, or rather 15 minutes or so. Sek looking forward to Brissett, who's playing a more centralized role than earlier. Ball forward to Knatzer. Unable to chase it down and win it there. But it will be a throw in here for Lee Summit. Taken by Knatzer. She's going to find Duff. Duff into the box now. Nobody really there. Brissett running over to it, unable to get it. Another goal kick to come here for the Indians. El Sec, normally the recipient of those, is going to be there once again. Kate Duff up to Knatzer, back to Duff. 4 attackers for the Tigers pressing right up against that back line, 2 in the middle and 1 on each wing. Here's Brissett playing it forward to Smith. Smith now trying to cut it back towards Knatzer. Knatzer now applying a little bit of pressure. The interception from Duff allows the Tigers to keep on going. And the pass towards the left back position here for St. Joe Central, a little heavy. Another throw in here. And look at how stacked that back line is for St. Joe Central. A lot of bodies back there to stop the Tigers' efforts here to try to get forward once again. Ooh, a hard foul there. Rather, no foul. A little bit of pressure, but it's going to be a throw in here for the Tigers. Sek in the midfield now looking for something. Going to find Gunter. Gunter forward to Mashburn.
Seems like St. Joe's defense has a bit of a different strategy than they did in the last half, as they haven't put as many balls out of bounds as they had been.
Not been quite the same amount of pressure from Lee Summit aside from the 1 goal we did see. It's not really getting that back line, and we have seen St. Joe Central be able to get it towards at least the midfield line. Not a whole lot more than that on a lot of occasions, but Lee Summit now showing a little bit more of what we saw earlier. Here comes Gunter leaking forward, trying to find something in the box, stopped at the last second, and that's just a good job by St. Joe Central. Now Lee Summit has to react to Gunter not being there. There was good pressure there for a moment, but this is a chance now for St. Joe Central, and good recovery by the Tigers there to stop it.
Benassi is a strong defender that the Tigers can always count on, and just right there, she won the ball back for the Tigers.
Knatzer able to find Sek. Slowing things down, trying to get a little too fancy with it there for just a moment. Eventually getting it forward to Knatzer. The flag is raised there. That one pretty obvious. That was better positioning out of St. Joe Central there. There wasn't the obvious passes that we have been seeing from Lee Summit. Under 23 minutes left now here in this second half.
Definitely hasn't been as exciting offensively for the Tigers as it was the last half. This time during the last half, they had probably already scored 3 or 4 of their goals.
Indeed they did. It was just the last 10 minutes or so that they put the last finishing touches on there. But the ball forward here to Mashburn. And another goal going to be disallowed that time by the flag going up. So Howitt with a couple of breaths of fresh air here as she can slow down and relax. The second time the flag has saved her from the ball crossing that final line into the net. The free kick from the back line will find the Lee Summit back line. Benassi getting there. Oh, and a mistake there. She tried to turn around. She still got it here, finds Duff. Duff trying to work it forward. Back to Benassi, and here we go. Ivory Smith's first chance to touch the ball tonight. She's been out there for just under 20 minutes now and finally able to get at least a foot on it. Still no hands used for Lee Summit's goalkeepers tonight. An interesting stat.
And yeah, that's mostly been because of Lee Summit's defense.
Knatzer in there. The flag doesn't go up this time. She's going to squeak one in. 7-0 Lee Summit. A Tiger goal for Jessa Knatzer.
It was a great goal by Jessica Knatzer. And now the Tigers are looking for just one more to mercy rule the St. Joe Central Indians tonight.
Let's hear it,
Lee
Matt.
Summit Tiger goal, line number 12, the senior, Jessa Knatzer.
7-0 the score here, Jessa Knatzer. The Tigers are one away from finishing things off here tonight. Everybody kind of waited with bated breath there to see if the flag would go up, because it seems like every time Lee Summit here has been able to get in behind, they've been stopped by the assistant referee, but nothing that time. And Knatzer, a good right-footed finish into the bottom left-hand corner. Nice low-driven shot there that finds the net. Tigers now trying to put the finishing touches on here and close this one out. A body goes down that looked to be inside the box from my view. We'll wait and see here. They point just outside the box, but still a dangerous area here for this free kick, as we are just now finding the halfway point of the half.
And we all know the Tigers are just itching to put that last one in to finish things off tonight.
A low ball into the box. Ball floats in the air for just a moment. Simmons chasing it down here. Lee Summit still in a position to do something with it. Benassi gets rid of that one, finds Knatzer, the most recent goal scorer here for the Tigers. Here comes Smith. Smith has it stripped away for just a moment, trying to get it back through the defenders to find Knatzer. The trap played well, though. Here's Seck from a long ways out, no good that time. Clayton tries to put one in low to the keeper that time. Good hands to keep it out of the back of the net here. Again, just one goal away from that mercy rule, so this is where the Tigers start going just that extra bit harder. Why not go home a little early, get your homework done, go to sleep on time tonight?
The Tigers are definitely hoping for that one tonight. Just one more goal and they'll be able to do that.
Benassi venturing a little bit further forward than she normally would do. Davis doing the same thing here, trying to get it forward. A ball forward up to Barnett. She has her feet tangled up for just a moment. Can't get much further than that. Here's Seck. Seck looking forward towards Brissett. It's going to be cut down. Here comes Smith. She's got a chance to kick it again. The second time it's touched her foot tonight. Again, still between the two Lee Summit keepers. Neither of them has had to use their hands this evening. An interesting stat there. Here's Barnett, a chance to close it out. One-on-one with the keeper. She'll do just that into the bottom left-hand corner. Her fourth goal of the contest, 8-0 Tigers. Our mercy rule limit has been reached. Lee Summit with a big win here against St. Joe Central.
What a game for the Tigers, and especially for the sophomore Delaney Barnett. She definitely had her chance to shine tonight as she put up 4 of the 8 goals for Lee Summit.
What a game it was, dominated by the Tigers this evening. That's going to do it for us up here in the booth. A Lee Summit controlled game, a game where neither of the keepers had to put a finger on the ball. That's a pretty good looking one stat sheet wise for the Tigers. 8-0 in the books, the second time here within a week. The Tigers are on a roll, and they will improve now to 6-1, dropping the Indians to 4-3. That's going to do it for us here tonight. We will see you next time here for Tiger Soccer if we're able to get back out. We appreciate you tuning in tonight, though. We'll see you next time. For Jordan Wood, Lauren Holdmeyer, and